Welcome to Be Less Stupid, a show for anyone interested in liberal politics, science, fact, and funny. I'm your host, Jon Hotchkiss. Let's get right to it. In the last 2 years, Donald Trump has destroyed 40 years of progress that liberals have fought and died for. Civil rights, women's rights, and human rights. Even worse, Trump's cruelty has set America on a course for 40 more years of crime, corruption, and inhumanity. Since Donald Trump has taken office, he has added more than 100 conservative judges to the federal judiciary and 2 to the United States Supreme Court. 8 states have passed laws outlawing or severely restricting abortion. Regulations to own weapons of war have been relaxed. There have been 1,071 mass shootings, 1,000 plus deaths, and 4,000 plus injuries. In 2019 alone, there have already been 8 school shootings. 6 children have died while in the custody of the United States Border Patrol. The federal deficit has increased by $2 trillion. White supremacists and Nazis have been emboldened. 20 veterans a day commit suicide. In 2018, the number of anti-Semitic assaults more than doubled. Transgendered soldiers can no longer serve in the military. And just this week, the Trump administration proposed allowing shelters to turn away transgendered people who are homeless. 5 of Donald Trump's aides and advisors have been convicted of felonies. The Mueller report lists at least 10 examples of Donald Trump obstructing justice. Trump has separated Latin families and put their kids in cages. Donald Trump is a racist, corrupt, a misogynist, treasonous. He has the opposite of the Midas touch. Everything he touches turns to shit. Negotiating with him is pointless. It's like trying to explain math to the cat, a very dumb cat who can't spell and can't pronounce certain words and yet can somehow throw his own poo. Democrats are in a war with Trump, the White House, and 33% of the electorate over America's soul. Trump's team is fighting with nuclear weapons, and we are fighting back with gluten-free kale chips. Nancy Pelosi and the Democratic leaders in Washington are worried about the politics. How will it look to undecided voters if we start the impeachment process? Instead of focusing on principle, how will it look to those of us who believe in the rule of law if we allow the president to obstruct justice and conspire with our enemy to steal an election? For 100 years, Democrats have run on platforms built on conscience, compassion, and human decency. That luxury is no longer an option. For the last 2 years, we have been hopeful, eager, and optimistic. We are Charlie Brown. Only Trump is Lucy, and every time we try to kick the ball, he pulls it away and then says some shit about how Nazis are good people. I'm tired of Trump's lies. I'm tired of the blind support of Trump's base. I'm tired of Bill Barr covering for Trump. I'm tired of the Senate Republicans who tolerate Trump's treason, narcissism, and racism and corruption just so that they can take away health care from poor people, give tax breaks to the rich, and put justices who are conservative on the Supreme Court. I'm tired of seeing the rights of women, gays, Latin Americans, Muslims, and the transgendered being rolled back so that they are less than equal. It's gotten to the point where we might as well change the text of the Declaration of Independence to read, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all white men in rural America are created equal. The rest of you can go fuck yourself." And I am not alone in my anger. Hardly. Millions of Democrats have stepped up to demonstrate their anger. Let me explain. Since Donald Trump was elected, donations to Planned Parenthood have doubled. Donations to the ACLU, doubled. Donations to Democratic candidates, doubled. And it is not just money. Democrats are voting too. The 2018 midterms saw the largest Democratic turnout since 1974, the year after Watergate. Democrats have been organizing and demonstrating in record numbers too. According to the Washington Post, there has been at least one anti-Trump protest every day since Trump took office. We've signed dozens of internet petitions. We've sent hundreds of letters each, yes, with actual stamps. We've sent emails. We've called the offices of our representatives. We've protested to demand increases in women's wages. We have demonstrated to support Me Too, abortion rights, and a woman's right to privacy. We have demonstrated in support of Muslims, Latin Americans, gays, and Jews. We have protested against military-style weapons in the hands of civilians, stupid walls, cruel Muslim bans, and separating families at the border. We have protested against obstruction and collusion. Shit! We flipped the House by 40 seats. Why? Because we're angry, because we're mad as hell, and we are not going to take it anymore. 58 million Democrats didn't flip the House for more of the same old liberal, let's play politics, let's trust the courts. We sent Democrats to Washington for the same reason that a mid-1980s rural Texas gas station owner being extorted by the local redneck sheriff calls the A-team. Because they want justice and they can't get it. Because they need someone to kick some ass, to do what's right, and to blow some shit up. America needs the A-team. What we got instead was Archie Bunker. A lot of bluster and no bite. Democrats want Congress to exercise their constitutional duty to provide oversight. Democrats want the president to be held accountable for his lies, for his crimes. It is time to impeach. Here's the thing. The line in the Declaration of Independence, after the one about all men being created equal, says that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute new government. That is it for this episode of Be Less Stupid. I would like to thank you for watching. Please remember to share it on social media. Remember to click the subscribe button down below. That way you'll be updated when new episodes premiere. Thank you very much for watching. I'm your host, Jon Hotchkiss.